What's up, guys? Welcome to the Unqualified Podcast. Just going to be doing a little video on the September 19th fight night between Woodley and Covington. I just want to break it down a little bit. I liked a lot of the fights on there, of course. It was a very, very, very good fight night. So let's dive right in. It's an Unqualified Podcast, so remember, everything I say, I'm not an expert. I'm not DC and Hawani. I'm not Chael Sonnen. Not any of these guys that know what they're doing. Just like fights, like breaking them down. Let's start. So I just want to start with, I liked seeing Tyson Nam beat Jerome Rivera. Tyson Nam, he had a nasty KO a couple months ago that really got me interested in him. I didn't watch that fight because it was on UFC Fight Pass, and I just forgot about it really, so just kind of moved on from it. So that sucked, but yeah. And then an interesting one was a new Nevada State rule change mid-fight, because why not? Jessica Rose Clark and Sarah Alpar. So poor Sarah Alpar jumps to the ground. I think she was going to get finished anyways. Gets kneed in the face. Broken nose, it looked like. Absolutely disgusting. And I think Chris Tionia was called it. He paused it because he thought it was a legal knee. It looked like it was legal knee at first. I was like, oh crap, because it was beautiful finish. It was going to become, but yeah, whatever. And he starts it back up again after he figured out that it was a mistake on his part. So it'd be a little rough. I don't think that's happened before or very recently in any fight league or any championship or any card in the last 10 years or so, I'd probably say at least. But that was tough. And it was good that Jessica Rose Clark went and got the finish anyways. If she had gotten stopped after, that would have been rough. I would have felt terrible for her, but she won. It was okay fight overall. Besides that, the biggest part was just the controversy there. And then the second fight before the main card, or second last fight before the main card, was the featherweight bout between Mirsad Bektic and Damon Jackson. Damon Jackson coming back, I think he had 3 days notice. He got kicked out of the UFC, had 8 fights in a row that he won. Just getting dominated by Mirsad. It was rough. It was rough to watch for the first 2 rounds, and first 2 rounds and a half, really. It was tough. He's just getting dominated everywhere. And then in the third round, starts picking up. Mirsad is getting tired. Damon Jackson looks fresh all of a sudden. He's got that I gotta be here still attitude. He's 3 days in to his UFC new signing, so you gotta make something happen. He pulls out the victory with submission. It was amazing to watch. It felt so good for the guy. Mirsad just got tired. That's all it was. So we'll see what happens to him. He's with Firas Zahabi, I believe. So he'll be fine. He'll be back. He's only 13-4. He'll be fine. Yeah. But it was really cool to watch. Nice comeback like that. Those are always fun. People always seem to like those. So yeah. And then the first fight on the main card, Kevin Holland, Darren Stewart. I thought Kevin Holland won the fight simply. He said to Dana he thought he lost. They want to run it back. I don't see a point in that. I thought he won that pretty decisively. The third round might have been a toss-up for a 50-50 chance at a 10-8 round, but if you don't give him a 10-8 round, he wins that easily. And I was fine with the decision. I thought it was all good. It wasn't that spectacular of a fight. Darren Stewart has a lot of power, and Kevin Holland knew that, so he just he's on the outside. Also, Darren Stewart's knee kicks, those side kicks to the knee, were really, really chopping down at Kevin Holland's legs. I can tell he did not like those at all. But, yeah, it was an okay fight overall. And then the next fight, strawweight fight between Mackenzie Dern and Ronda Marcos. Don't ask me why Ronda Marcos at 10-9 in the UFC. She's 10-10 now since she lost to Mackenzie Dern. By, I guess, making a decision like going on the ground with a multiple-time world champion Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. is how you become 10-10 probably. So Mackenzie Dern, dominant on the ground, easy win. I think 2 minutes into the first round. So yeah, simple win. Can't complain. Mackenzie Dern's hot as hell, so can get behind that. So easy money. Next, we had a bar fight between Johnny Walker and Ryan Spann. It was weird. It was a weird fight. Ryan Spann rocks Johnny Walker a couple times. Just rocks him. I thought the fight might have been over too. I felt bad. Johnny Walker had been knocked out 3 times in a row then. It's rough for any fighter. And then he bounces back, rocks Ryan Spann, and then I thought he had a couple shots there to the back of the head when he was on the ground the first little bit. And then they had a little bit of a tussle almost, and then it got to where he landed those 2 massive elbows and then that big hammer fist ended the fight. Now, those were clean, but he definitely landed a couple shots to the back of the head, I thought. Well, those, I thought he was still going to end the fight anyways. If Ryan Spann looked rocked. I was fine with the decision to call it too. Good for Johnny Walker for getting back top. He moved to SBG Ireland there for the camp. I don't know if he's there full time, but he's there for the camp for sure. And that's just a great decision with John Kavanagh, of course, Conor McGregor. So yeah, and then Kazma Chimaev killed a man, and Gerald Meerschaert. I felt so bad for him. The poor man got double booked against, and you just feel terrible for him. He got disrespected by everyone in the UFC for that. You wanted him to at least hurt Chimaev, just get something on him, a cut, bruise, anything, just something so he's out for a little while, so at least it was worthwhile, if not get the win. Poor Gerald Meerschaert, he went to sleep. He went to sleep bad. Of course, everyone who's seen any MMA highlights from that night saw that fight in all 45 seconds that it was. Felt bad for him. I don't know if you can go and just straight up go to Damian Maia next for Chimaev. It seems like it might be just a little bit too much, but we'll see. I said that for Gerald Meerschaert as well. I said that he was a tough task and he went right through him. So we'll see what happens with Damian Maia and Chimaev. Does anyone know if actually Damian Maia has agreed to fight him yet? Or is it just all speculation right now? So let me know what you guys think. Or if what you guys know, I guess. I didn't know that Damian Maia has actually been... or he's actually signed the bout or agreed to it. I just know Dana keeps saying it, so we'll see. The co-main event, Donald Cerrone, Nico Price. Nico Price wins that fight if he doesn't poke him in the eye twice in the first round. A majority decision, I think it was. Majority draw, sorry. That was just it was a weird fight. It wasn't the most entertaining. It was technical. Cerrone looked so slow in first. I thought he was actually going to get finished. Nico Price comes out hard. And then they slowed down. They had 2 more rounds after that. They're just technical, slower. It was slow. It was a slow pace, but everything was firing all the time. So it was slow, but things were still coming. So it wasn't like a boring fight, just very technical. If you didn't know what you were watching, might have seemed like nothing was happening. So it was a good fight. And then Tyron Woodley had something worse in his rap career. He lost to Colby Covington. He lost bad. Yeah, because now you got the next couple years, Colby Covington's going to say he broke Tyron Woodley because he broke his rib. Haha, good joke, Colby. Move on, please. So, we'll see. If they hadn't finished the fight there with, I think, 2 minutes left in the 5th round, that would have been 15 rounds in a row where Tyron's lost. That's rough. That's rough. But who do you give him next? I mean, do you give him a top 8, 9 guy? Do you give him Leon Edwards? Leon Edwards smokes him. Like, it's rough. I don't know what to do for. I feel bad for the man. He's only lost 3 fights in a row, and one counts as a title fight. So I don't really count the title fight as a loss. But when you lose so poorly like he did, it's just different. we'll see what happens with him. I hope he gets one win at least before he ends his career. That would be nice to see. But we'll see with it. On the other side, Colby looked great. He looked really great. He had a slow first round, and he still came out firing. I don't know, he's a real deal. He talks a lot of bad crap, but it was fun to watch. I mean, he just kept pouring on him. The takedowns were perfectly timed. He just means Tyron seemed like he was an amateur. It was fun to watch. So, yeah, I think Colby goes for title fight next, either Gilbert Burns or Kamaru Usman. Whoever wins that, I think, gets Colby Covington next, because Colby's not going to fight Leon Edwards or some other guy. The only way that he fights not for a title is if he fights Masvidal. But I'm pretty sure Masvidal is going to fight Nate Diaz, because it's an easy win for him, in his opinion. So that's what I think. We'll see, though. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that's what I think will happen. Colby's definitely a real deal, though, but we'll see what goes on for him. Peace, guys. Thanks for listening. Love y'all.